We're in the kitchen of Lois and Bobby Joe again. Now, Bobby Joe is on the cleaning team today. He's actually cleaning the root vegetables. Now, today you're going to do a recipe we've been talking about for a long time, but it involves, tell us what's in it.
Okay, we have carrots, turnips, a parsnip, we have sweet potatoes and beets.
It's all good stuff.
All good stuff and good for you.
Good for you, and they're finding out more and more of that beets with circulation and everything. Has it? It's wonderful stuff. Now you got natural sugars that you were talking about, so it all tastes good. You know, my first experience with turnips, we were talking a little bit too, you can get them that are really bitey and not too tasty. These aren't like that, are they?
No.
That's a good
No,
bet.
these are good.
Now, looking at all these root vegetables, we're talking about a root cellar. What are your memories of your root cellar?
I remember as a child we had a root cellar, and they always put all the potatoes in there, and anything else that you could keep through the winter always went down there.
Turnips, I guess, beets.
Turnips, beets, onions, apples. Well, we put a lot of them in the barn in the hay.
So underneath the hay. Interesting.
Yeah, we did.
Now, how big was your root cellar?
The root cellar was probably about the size of this kitchen, so and it steps going down to the root.
I've told folks here that I'm going to try to build me a root cellar, but you know, it's fairly complicated to find the right spot, and it's kind of expensive from everybody I've been checking with. But yours probably an old rock.
It was.
And it was probably been there a long time before you were there.
Oh, I'm sure it was, because I can remember it. First things that I remember. And on top of that root cellar, there was a nice little kitchen, and it was our summer kitchen.
Interesting.
And,
I've heard of summer kitchens.
And we would move the kitchens, well, a lot of it, but it had its own stove and that kind of thing out there. And you would just move out there for the summer for all the cooking and eating.
Was there a wood burning stove out there? Wow. Man, I missed it by just a couple of years. I missed the good stuff.
Well.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to slide over here out of the way, and if you'll just step us through this. This is a very simple recipe. It's kind of a fall recipe. We've been talking about this a long time and dying to taste some of this. But it's so simple, so good for you. I'm going to step out of the way, and you just kind of walk us through it.
Okay. I've already got a couple of them chopped up here. I'm going to put the beets in. And like we were saying, you know, there's a lot of good sugar content in all of these. And you'll be surprised at how sweet it'll taste when you eat some.
You like it one way, and Bobby likes it different. All that really is a matter of how long you cook it, right?
That's exactly right. And lots of times when I'm doing like stir fry and that kind of thing, I'll take mine out and then cook his a while longer.
So he likes it soft, and you like it just a little crunchy.
That's exactly right. I like it good and crunchy.
So you consider this a side dish, but I tell you what, this could be your main course.
Well, yeah, and when you get all this stuff put together, it's big enough for the main course.
Bobby Joe's peeling 1 through 10.
I'm gonna give him a 10.
A 10.
He's good at peeling.
I saw him, he looked pretty like he was squared away with it.
Yeah, he's good at peeling. Now these are turnips that I'm putting in here right now. Now this fella right here, I don't know what he's good for, this parsnip. Other than this, I've not ever cooked parsnip. Now the next step, I'm gonna put a teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of pepper, and a half a cup of oil. And I'm gonna stir that good so that the oil and the salt and the pepper all get in there real good. Okay, now I like to sprinkle just a little bit of dried basil on there and a little bit of oregano just across the top to give it some taste.
350? How long?
350 for an hour, and then go from there.
Gotcha.
I have to do 350 for an hour, and I take it out and stir it after an hour, and I check it, and of course it's just right, but I put it back in there for another 30 minutes.
So Bobby Joe's got to go extra half hour. They still retain their flavor of each You can taste the beet and the beet. It's not like they all get mishmashed in together.
Mm-hmm.
I taste the beet with the beet. That's absolutely delicious.
Well,
Isn't
good.
it sometimes simpler, better, you think?
Oh, I think so. And everything in here is really healthy, and put it all together, it is a simple dish.
All right, back to one more thing, the signs. When you're doing your sauerkraut, refresh my memory, it needs to be in what sign?
It needs to be in the light of the moon and anywhere from the top of the head down to the heart, but not below the heart.
Gotcha. Now the other day, I had some lambs that were sent off to the processor. They were very careful about what time they did that. So everything has its time, apparently. I'm really interested in these signs because it works, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
My grandfather would never sell his baby calves until a certain size.
Even weaning your calves.
Yeah.
This guy was telling me.
Yeah, because the cows bawled so much.
Well, I'm going to start paying more attention to that, and I'm going to start paying more attention to these root vegetables too. And I want to thank you so much for having us out today.
You're welcome. We're
Lois and
glad
Bobby
to
back.
have you.
Back on the show.